right, join me right now is UFC Flyweight now, Cody Durden. Why did you decide, Cody, to drop down to Flyweight?
I always worked a full-time job, and since the UFC gave me the opportunity to quit my job, I actually quit my job back in August and decided to make the run at flyweight. I made bantamweight pretty easy, and I always told myself when I got back when I got to the UFC that I would cut down, and that's what I'm going to do.
All right. Well, how has not having that job to go to during your training been?
Oh man, it's been amazing. It's been allowing me to really put time in to perfect my craft and be the best version of myself. So that I'm thankful for.
What have you invested most of your time in have you particularly trained a certain aspect of your game more than others with the time that you have now?
I mean, I'm still training, but I've been able to do a lot more cross training and, spent time in Coconut Creek, time in Las Vegas, uh, just just eager to learn, man, and become a better fighter.
How long has this camp been for you?
I found out about this fight, I guess, 9 weeks ago, I think it was. So, I was training before that though, but the last 4 or 5 weeks has been rough, man. Just putting in, solid 2, 3 sessions a day and trying to peak at the right time.
Hey, so you split your time between Vegas and Coconut Creek? Is that what the camp looks like?
Yeah, I went to Vegas and then I went to Coconut Creek, and now the last, this week I'm going to be doing American Top Team Lima, my home gym where it all
Mhm.
started, and then next week we leave for Vegas.
So when you started the camp in Vegas, were you at the PI? Did you go do some testing? What were the results of that?
Oh man, the tests were great, man. I'm above average, if not average, on some of the tests, but a lot of them I'm above average on. So it lets me know where I need to improve and where I need to really focus and hone in on as I got those results back.
Did you find out anything unique about yourself that you didn't expect?
Yeah, man, I didn't expect my the VO2 max, my
Mhm.
cardio to be so good. He said it was one of the best he's seen at flyweight and bantamweight. So I'm up there in the top 10 with that. So that's good, man.
Oh, definitely, man. Cardio, I think, is like probably number one for a fighter, right?
Hey, man, and I didn't get to show that my last fight. I had 2 fights in 2 weeks, and man, I won the first fight, and I wasn't thinking about fighting at the time, and got the call from the UFC a week later after I was drinking beer, eating Mexican, eating you know, really, I like to take a week off after a fight, and that's exactly what I did. So yeah, I didn't get the results I wanted my last fight. My cardio appeared to be bad, but man, it was the strength and the size advantage that he had on me. I walked in that fight 143 fight day, and I know he was in the 150s, so that's a big factor when it comes to the later rounds.
When people look at you, they only see that one fight, because they don't know about your career before the UFC. So they see that and say, oh, this is what we're going to expect from him in his next fight. But to be honest, you could surprise a lot of people with what you're going to bring, especially with all the changes you've made.
Yeah, man, going down to Coconut Creek and being partners with Kyoji Horiguchi, Juan
Mhm.
Porta, Pantoja, a bunch of fighters that are at the top of their game. Adriano Moraes, uh, it really opened my eyes, and I learned, man, and it was an amazing camp. So the work's done, man. Ready to fight.
Is that what you're going to be doing from now on? Is that that style of camp that you're going to put forth before every fight is to kind of split your time?
I'm gonna put more time in at
Mhm.
American Top Team at Creek, and see reach my full potential.
Yeah, and you go back to Atlanta with Team Lima and Jucal, man. Jucal, a legend. I feel like a lot of people don't give him enough respect, man.
Oh, dude, he's a beast, man, and the knowledge he has and what he brings to the room, and the environment he sets is spectacular, and it's always a blessing to have him in the room with us because he's a busy man. He coaches a lot of world champions, and for him to be in the room is very it's I'm blessed to have that.
How did you get connected with Jucal? Is it through the Lima brothers?
Yeah, I started in 2014 with the Lima brothers. Uh, I was 3-1 as an amateur, and I had fought before, as an amateur, but I didn't have any training. I was training at a little gym, and I met them, and they saw how dedicated and how much I sacrificed to win, and they kind of just took me under the wing and started inviting me to pro practices at when I was an amateur, and I'm here today in the UFC.
Definitely. Now with Jucal and Lima, are they gonna be the ones in your corner when you go over to Vegas?
No, Diego is actually fighting December 19th. He was going to be in my
Definitely.
corner, my head coach, and he decided to step down this fight so he could focus on himself, which is understandable.
Mhm.
The work's being put in, and I just have to show up on fight night.
All right, with your opponent coming up, Jimmy Flick, man, he had a great performance on the Contender Series. What do you think about the matchup?
I think it's a great matchup. I've been submitted once in my career, and honestly, I got caught. I was winning the whole fucking fight. Uh, and I think his stand up's decent, but his ground game's spectacular, and my ground game's good as hell too. I got 5 knockouts, 5 submissions, and it's gonna be about who shows up and who executes their game plan the best.
Definitely. So how do you see the fight playing out? It seems like Jimmy Flick gets into these like slobber knocker of a fight.
Yeah, yeah, man. I'm willing to go wherever the fight takes me, man. I'm not scared of his ground game.
Mhm.
He fought a 6-0 Nate Smith, submitted him in the third round. But dude, have you seen Nate Smith's amateur record?
Mhm.
I mean, he's got like 8 losses or some shit. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm ready. I'm prepared for every aspect of the game. If I'm going with Kyoji and these other guys, and they can't submit me, I don't think Jimmy Flick's gonna be able to submit me.
Yeah, I look at that too, man. I look at guys you train with, especially the guys that you have at American Top Team, and going with them and sparring with them every day and seeing all the different styles and looks that they bring. It does bring that sense of confidence, right? Entering that cage.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's how you learn is when you're in there and you're the minnow and you're not always a shark. And so I had to take myself out of the situation I was in just to be the minnow, so I could let the sharks eat on me a little bit, and then you take that from them, and you learn.
Definitely, man. Well, man, this fight, man, I feel like stylistically it's an incredible matchup. December 5th, UFC Fight Night, Las Vegas. Thank you, Cody, man, for the time and enjoy the time in the octagon, man. I feel like a lot of people don't have jobs right now, but you guys get to go out there and entertain for the fans.
Yeah, exactly, man. I fought 6 times last year. This fourth fight this year. This will be my fourth fight this year, and I'm excited and ready to handle business. Pick a move in the